Hey everybody, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time again for Badger's Picks. It's that time of the week. It is going to be for the last week of August. We're going to see who's free this week and which 4 champions I'm going to recommend. Free this week, we're going to be seeing Blitzcrank, Caitlyn, Janna, Jinx, Malzahar, Maokai, Wukong, Skarner, Twisted Fate, and Udyr. As for my first champion recommendation for this week, I'm going to give that one over to Malzahar. Now, I know Malzahar is kind of a weird pick, honestly, and a lot of the time I wouldn't actually recommend him as a champion, but in one case, I will recommend him. He's very good at locking down a single individual target and wrecking them. Now, the other thing he does incredibly well is he pushes very hard, very fast. With the dot, you can annihilate minion waves, have lots of mana being returned to you continuously, and you can create a lot of pressure in your lane. So as long as you get ahead early, you can actually just kind of create a problem in the lane you're in, and it can be helpful if your team needs some added pressure to keep junglers away from their lane. So you will attract that pressure yourself, but it can work out for your team. As for the next champion I'm going to recommend this week, it's going to be for Skarner. Now, Skarner is probably a champion you would never expect me to recommend, and that's pretty close to true. But with the Juggernaut rework, before he gets nerfed, I would suggest playing him. He's very, very strong right now. It's really down to his E being amazing now. It's so much better now that it slows and stuns when you auto them. So Skarner's in a very strong spot. At the moment, it will get a small tweak and nerf. But yeah, if you're looking for some easy wins, honestly, the first time I played him, I think I played him on stream with his new Juggernaut stuff. I don't think I died once and had 9 kills in like 15 minutes. He's just really, really good. So try him out if you haven't played him yet. Next champion I'm going to recommend for this week is going to be Jinx. A lot of people like Jinx. I don't actually enjoy playing her too much, but she's not bad by any means. She's very strong. She is indeed a hyper carry if there was one. And she's good in those respects. The only reason why I personally don't care for her most of the time is because the lack of disengage, like escape, like mass exiting escape. Like I like Corki because he can jump away if he needs to. With Jinx, you're kind of in the fray. So if you're going to play her, just make sure your positioning's good, because if you overextend, you're probably going to die. And as for my final champion recommendation for this week, I'm going to give that one over to Caitlyn. Now, I know I just recommended an ADC before, but I do like Caitlyn. Caitlyn is an ADC I do really like. The reason why is because she's very safe in lane, having absolutely incredible range, and she pushes waves fast. She can get an early level 2, and she can push a couple waves into the turret. I know you are extending far up when you do this, but you can push them into the turret. It's a lot harder for the enemy ADC to actually pick those up, and you're going to make a CS discrepancy right away at the start of the game for them. So you can actually get yourself a little bit ahead. You also have good poke too with your headshot and your Piltover Peacemakers. So Caitlyn's really fun in that aspect. She scales okay as the game goes on, but overall she's really simplistic and nice. A little bit of escape, nothing crazy, but you can use your 90 caliber net to get away. But I like Caitlyn just in general. Pretty simple, got good range, you can always rely on it, and it's a really convenient way to farm up and then get to big ticket items quick to then deal significant damage. Those are going to be the champions I recommend for this week. Those are the 4 I would be playing, and probably will be playing some of that Skarner because it is overpowered right now. Let me know down below in the comments which 4 champions you might be playing this week. Obviously, play any of the champions you want to that are free if you don't own them, obviously, or just maybe this is a good refresher for you to play some of these champions if you do own them and you're like, yes, you know what, I do have Skarner, but he wasn't worth playing for the past 2 years. Maybe I'll try him now. So yeah, try out any of these champions. If there's a box around them, click on it. It will take you to a building guide of some sort for the champion. And other than that, good luck on the fields of justice.